22-year-old Nicholas Garrison
Can Varna abone için teşekkürler. Zubo, Devrim Kızıl Elma. Hayırlı günler, teşekkürler Devrim. Bakalım. Mad Kiddies. Evet Frey, tamam. Güzel, teşekkürler.
into custody. He's been convicted of possession of methamphetamine. But as the deputies are about to find out, he's in possession of another kind of speed. Now he's going.
Lan. Polis. Valla aynen benim yaptığım şeylerdi eskiden. Ama ayağım kırıldı bir defa. Ondan dolayı yapmadım artık ondan sonra. Ben de böyle atlıyordum direkt insanlar arkasından. Aynen böyle. Biz buna şey diyoruz. Superman. Superman tackle diyoruz. Bak. Aynen. Bunu ben bir defa. Bunu en son ben ne zaman yaptım? Ben önce hep böyle yakalıyordum elemanları. En son 2015 ya 2016'ydı. Bir elemanı böyle kovalarken Superman şekilde atladım. Yere inirken ayağım yere çok hızlı şekilde çarptı. Sağ ayağımı kırdım. Yok, sol ayağım. Sol ayağımı kırdım. Biz ona Superman tag alıyoruz. Ondan sonra öğrendim ki insanları itmek daha mantıklı oluyor. İt. Bırak onlar düşsün.
Gone. Let's back things up and see exactly what happened here. Watch as Garrison waits to make his break until both deputies have their backs to him. He then splits the two officers. And a third is no match for his open court speed. He hits the stairs as Deputy Ben Reno takes a flying leap over the railing to stop him.
Vallahi çok güzel atladı.
But Garrison just slips through his fingers and is able to break out of the courthouse and escape outside. Nicholas Garrison would elude police for almost 4 days before being captured. He now faces additional charges for his courtroom breakout. As for Deputy Reno, who took that daring dive into the stairwell, he suffered 4 broken ribs and a minor concussion.
Bir dakika abi ya. Bağış gelmiş. Bağışa bak diyorlar. Bir dakika lan, bu ne? Abi selamlar, ben Amerika'da çalışacağım. 18 yaşındayım, vatandaşım. Sence bir sıkıntı olur mu? Gidip Dunkin Donuts'ta çalışsam. Polisle ilgili sıkıntı olur mu? Çalışma yaşı falan. Hayır, herhangi bir sıkıntı olmaz. Yani sorun yok. Doruk Yabancı. Abi CSI tişörtünün tasarımını paylaşır mısın bizimle, basıp giymek için veya satacak mısın? Onlar sadece eyalet polisine özel yapılan şey. Onun pasası şeyi yok. Tolga tekrar abi yayından sonra 2 dakika Discord'da sesli konuşma şansımız var mı? Hayır. Kusura bakma Tolga. Devam ediyoruz.
In his attempt to foil the escape, but eventually made a full recovery. Outside the courthouse, defendants are being transported to the county jail.
Ne oldu burada?
Diego Jose Zayas Martinez. He's been charged with making terroristic threats and stabbing a man. He was just in court at his bond hearing, where his bail was set at $100,000. Watch as the deputy escorts the men to the bus. There's Zayas Martinez. Like the other defendants, he's wearing handcuffs.
Bunların normalde yanında yürümen gerekiyor. Yan yana tutarak.
So he decides to use them.
Ve tutmanın... tamam. Tutmanın sebebi de arkadaşlar hani bunlar kelepçeli olduğu için yere düştüğü zaman bir şey olursa yani kendilerini iyi kurtaramıyorlar ya. O sorumluluk da polise ait. O yüzden tutuyorsun. Hem kaçması için bir de aynı zamanda onların güvenliği için. Evet, öteki kelepçelileri bırakalım. Heh. Evet, onları bırakalım. Tavşanı kovalayalım.
Let's take a closer look. Zayas Martinez makes a break for it just beyond the grasp of the second deputy, and the officers immediately give chase. But one quickly stops, deciding to stay with the remaining prisoners. Zayas Martinez makes it to the parking lot. One of the deputies isn't far behind. He'll need to pick up the pace, though, if he wants to close the gap. Despite the deputy trying to head him off, Zayas Martinez manages to stay one step ahead. It looks like he's just hopped a fence.
Vay be, atladı lan.
And with that,
Kaçtı gitti
he
valla.
could be home free. Not quite. Later that day, a sheriff's deputy gets some help from a concerned citizen who tells him the man he's after
Yakalanmış.
hiding beneath her house. Zayas Martinez is captured and taken back to the courthouse, where his original bond is increased to $500,000, and he faces an additional charge of third-degree escape. Next, we go to a pretrial hearing in Louisville, Kentucky. The defendants are Mario and Jose Guzman, who are out on bond in connection with drug charges. Sitting behind the defense table is Mario's wife, Samantha Ayala. Today, the Commonwealth is asking to increase Mario's bond because of new charges, including second-degree burglary, tampering with evidence, and possession of marijuana. According to the prosecution, these offenses are a violation of his bond agreement. Hearing the motion is Judge Mary Shaw.
Your Honor, in your order, it specifically says no further violations of the law. He picked up new charges. He violated the law.
But the defense is arguing the bond should not be raised because the burglary charge is thin since the victim skipped town.
They don't have the victim because he left town because he's a drug dealer.
Değil mi?
The Commonwealth is asking to raise Guzman's bond from $500 to $15,000, which the defense argues is too high.
I mean, we might as well say 100,000 full cash, Judge. It's an amount that Mr. Guzman can't post. That's not the purpose of bond. The purpose of bond is to make sure that someone comes to court.
After several minutes disputing prior testimony, the judge is ready to announce her decision.
I agree. New charges obviously have been picked up. Current bond is not appropriate. It will be $5,000 full cash.
If Guzman can't come up with the new amount, he'll be sent to jail.
5.000
as he
lira
awaits
vermesi
trial.
gerekiyor çıkmak için.
A bailiff is ready to take Guzman away, but he has other ideas.
Aa. Yakalandı. Yakalandı.
Let's take another look. Guzman makes a desperate break for the door. Jose Guzman begs the judge for help.
He's okay. He's okay.
After the deputy deploys his taser, Guzman's wife, Samantha, becomes inconsolable. Court officers wrestle Mario to the ground as Jose shouts instructions.
Başım ağrıdı.
Finally remove Guzman's hit with his bond is in.
Bakalım bu
Next, we
nasılmış.
head to the Bradford Crown Court in Bradford, UK, for a rather dull-looking day.
Bu
It's
İngiltere.
about to get very interesting. This is a 17-year-old who's just been sentenced to 21 weeks in jail for stealing a mobile phone. And this is 21-year-old Callum Fintner, who's about to press a button on the wall, allowing a door to fly open so his very fast friend can attempt to escape.
Aa, yardım etmiş pezevenk.
In an instant, Fintner goes from alleged co-conspirator to full-on cheerleader.
Gülüyor.
The convicted phone thief makes it out of the hallway.
Ha, bastığı düğme şu kapıyı açtı. Görüyorsunuz değil mi arkadaşlar? Bak. Şu kapı. O düğmeye basıp şu kapı açılıyor.
Once the
Kapı
convicted phone
açılıyor.
thief makes it out of the
Arkadaşı
hallway,
kaçıyor.
he takes off through the security checkpoint with 4 security officers in hot pursuit. And his loyal friend trailing close behind. It's obvious from the security camera footage that the teen's speed is just too much for the Bradford Crown
Oha.
Court security team.
Evet.
By the time they get outside, 1, 2, 3 guards seem to decide it's just not worth chasing him any further. But one dedicated officer refuses to quit. He keeps up the pursuit, though at a slower pace. And of course, Fintner shows up again and heads down the stairs,
Vay şerefsiz.
presumably to meet up with his friend and celebrate the successful getaway. Unfortunately for the daring duo, The mobile phone bandit was caught 2 days later.
2 gün sonra yakalanmış. Çok şahane. Bakayım abicim.